8-point game now? What the freak just happened? Well, hello, everyone. Welcome into TexAgs Rewind. Actually, Nick, I hope you put the part where I complained a moment ago because it's very hard to do a show with the basketball game going on, A&M and FAU. So when you watch this, that game might be over, might still be going on. But all show long, our eyes were on the screen, right, Nick?
Yeah, it was, as Hannah put it, it's like giving a baby an iPad and everyone was just staring at it, couldn't look away. So that was pretty accurate. Yeah, every given second, y'all were just staring at it. So, I mean, but I can't blame you. It's Aggie basketball, right? You got to watch it.
Well, like I'm watching and having a conversation with Billy and doing fist pumps when good things happen. But whatever. It is what it is. And hopefully good things are still ahead. All right, on the show today, Nick. That's your name, right? Nick.
That is my name, yes.
Yeah, we had the Go Hour. I enjoyed the Go Hour.
Go Hour's good.
It was weird, though. Because
it was weird, very weird.
Go ahead.
OB was on Zoom, but also on phone. Then we had Hop on Zoom, which he talks about A&M-FAU in the Rewind, which, again, little preview, but game will already be over. So that might not be in the Rewind when I actually put it out because that doesn't make sense now that I'm talking.
Yeah, so we'll take that part out. But
we're
we'll
going to take that part out. We're going to put something else in.
We will put something new, like maybe our Freak of the Week, our Sleeper of the Week.
Oh, that's already in there. Don't you worry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a little Ruben Owens talk. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
We'll pick something.
Wild card.
Yeah. The Final Countdown guys were here. It was fun. Billy was here. It was fun. Check out the Rewind. Trust me, it's good.
Next up, you have number 5, Florida State at Florida. Florida State's favored by 6.5.
The battle of the backup quarterbacks, OB.
Yeah, the thing is, Florida State still has a pretty good defense. Florida does not. Florida State has some big play receivers that their backup quarterback could probably just chunk it up there and let them go get it. Florida has some nice receivers. I like Pearsall, but other than that, no, I think I'm gonna stick with Florida State and get those points.
I am going to stay with you here. We're in agreement. I'm going Florida State as well. I don't know if they get into the playoffs because I don't know what's going to happen in the ACC championship game, and that's going to be a much harder task taking on Louisville. I think against Florida, a team that could get bowl eligible. I don't think they do. I'm going Florida State.
All right. Sounds good. Number 25.
I'm sorry. Let's go back to Hannah. There was a pause.
It's hard with OB not being here because normally I'm like looking at him and we like have like, facial cues, but he's on the screen over here. Everybody's everywhere. But next up, we have
We're there. We're everywhere.
We're here, there, everywhere. Kind of like all of these picks. All right. Next up, number 25,
that was a
Clemson.
shot.
South Carolina. We have Clemson favored by 7.5.
OB, I'm struggling with this one.
I'm not. Clemson's playing good football right now.
They are playing good football.
And I think last week Kentucky just played worse than South Carolina did. Kentucky had 3 turnovers, or they win that game. So Clemson's playing some pretty good football. They figured some things out. They're still not as explosive as they usually are, but that South Carolina defense is not good. And outside of Xavier Legette, or Legette, however he says his name, I just don't see it for South Carolina. So I will take the Clemson Tigers. And if you want to talk about a revenge factor, South Carolina lost that game last year. Clemson lost that game to South Carolina for the first time in a decade. So I think you're going to see a better Clemson team and highly motivated, and they will win.
There'll be a name or two that people haven't heard yet that are legitimate. I do talk about Jed Fish. I do talk about Mike Elko. And I do talk about Ryan Day. And I think two things. Elko is still very much in play.
Okay.
And I think as this process goes, becomes more and more impressive in terms of his plan. Unique perspective, having been here. Some people think that's a positive. Some people think that's a negative. Some people don't understand that there is perspective to be gained when you're here working for someone else. There is I like this, I don't like this, I would do this differently. I see, there's that perspective, and Elko is a thinking man, as any, you guys have seen, if you've watched interviews of him, Duke. He's very perceptive, very bright. I think he really understands what he would need to do in coming back in terms of infrastructure, vision, things like that. And I think the more they sit down with him, the more impressive that's going to get. He's very much in it. Ryan Day and Jed Fish, I believe, is still in it. I think his stock could go up so what I put in there as a note is that from sources I know close to that side of things, they were kind of expecting to hear from A&M maybe tomorrow in terms of, they were not going to go to the Pac-12 championship game. Basically what has to happen is Washington, you've got Oregon would have to lose to Oregon State, correct? If that happened, which is possible. If that happened and Arizona beats Arizona State, which they should, then Arizona goes. So it's not that far-fetched, but
Freak of the Week time, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the Freak of the Week. I'll go ahead and lead us off.
Let's go.
I think the guy's been the best defensive player we've had all year, and I hope he wins some kind of great award. But I can't wait to see Edgerrin Cooper go out and have a great game on Saturday. I'm excited.
Edge Cooper, good one.
Interesting pick.
And by the way, not that we haven't talked about this already, but a lot of prayers to Edgerrin Cooper and his girlfriend's family. I know, Seth, you've got a family connection there.
Yep.
So just tragic event in his life and their family's life. So
Yeah. Very sad.
He'll be playing with a heavy heart. There's no doubt. But my freak of the week this week is going to be Moose Muhammad for obvious reasons, based on last year and last week. And I feel like he probably mentally feels like he's got a new lease on life. So I'll go Moose on that one.
I'm going Reuben Owens.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it.
I think Reuben. I think they're going to run the ball pretty well this week. I'm not going to call for the 100 yards, but I'm going to say 85.
Okay.
I'll take that too.
I think he. Just waiting for him to just bust that long.
I know, right?
know.
He's got it in him, man.
So close.
I guess their longest run of the year was Mari Daniels against Auburn.
Yeah.
They had
that was it. After
Le'Veon
that,
had a
not
long
much.
one or two, like 30 plus, but they haven't had much at all in the way of.
I just want to see Reuben Owens just striding those long legs.
Yeah, he's got track
Just Eric
speed.
Dickerson it down the sidelines.
Yeah,
That's my freak.
would be nice.
Florida Atlantic's defense is really, really good, guys.
I'm picking A&M to cover. You want to know why? They lost one game by more than that.
Yeah.
And it was in week 2.
And it was closer than
And
the
that was very competitive. And they lost.
You know what? I needed that level of optimism.
They lost
A&M
by 6 to Bama. They lost by 7 to Tennessee. Both those games decided very late. They lost on the last play to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I think they find a way. They're deep. We're not giving the defense enough credit because we're so concerned about that matchup, and I do think it should be a real concern. But
Well, we just saw what happened at Ole Miss, so we're gun shy.
Yeah,
But we have our corner.
But you had a guy go for 200 yards against you, and a running back go for 100, and a quarterback throw for 375, and you gave up 38 points, and you lost by 3. I mean, and you are off to a horrible start. So I do think we're not giving the D enough credit. I think if they can get to Jaden Daniels, they have a chance to stay in this thing.
Give me A&M too.
All right. That it?
What were you smirking
man.
about, Nuño? What came through on your text? I
Oh,
saw
nothing.
that.
Just somebody on the boards asking you a question.
What'd they ask?
Yeah, what
They go, Ezra Brooks says, will your post provide, quote unquote, clarity?
No.
Absolutely
Just
not.
breaking
I'm
news.
here to tell you, I mean, wherever your cutoff line of clarity is, I guess that depends on.
Can you just give them like enough tea leaves so they know exactly who we're going to hire?
Yeah, Billy, just come on.
That's all we need.
Let's
because
hash it out.
I'm here to tell you, there's no hire been made.
Yeah.
Does-
And that much I can assure you, and I can assure you that unless it's happening like as we speak, and based on messages I've gotten during the show, I don't believe that's happening as we speak, and I'll leave it at that. And I do think that they're narrowing, and this could very well come to a conclusion by as early as Sunday.
Nick, several people put the word north. And in fact, I had like...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't looked. I completely forgot about that.
My favorite professor of all time, who was at A&M, he's now in New Mexico, sent me a text message saying the word north. So, Finney Coleman, you're my dog.
Wow.
That's one of my favorite humans in the world. He sent me that. So, let's come up with something different. What word today? You pick a word.
What's the Inye? Inye.
Enye. You can either write the word Enye.
No, I want you to write how you think Inye is spelled. Don't Google it.
Okay.
Well, it's just one word.
So don't Alt 164 and give you. That's how you do Enye, the lowercase Enye.
164. Okay.
Alt 16 on a PC. On a Mac, different process. So whatever you have. On a phone, you can do it. Just hold down the N. I just gave you all the options. Like, comment, subscribe, right?
Right.
All right, bye.